And welcome to the Far and Away Podcast! My name is Michael Weisman, my co-host.
Nellie Veitenheimer?
And in the studio today, very special guest, Mr. Charlie Lubeck.
Hi.
That's Charlie.
Hello. Hey guys.
He's in the studio today. We're really stoked to be back with you. It might look a little bit different today. That's because we're on a little bit smaller of a camera. We're downsizing, trying to be environmentally friendly. It's less of an eco footprint, and we've also switched to one shot. So we're being less wasteful today.
Going green. Solid.
Yeah, going green. Charlie, thank you for joining us in the studio.
Of course,
today.
man. Anytime. So, man, I gotta tell you, Nellie, your text to come into the studio was the first thing that I got when I woke up the other day, and it was such a great way to start the day.
Didn't I call you to wake you up?
At like 3 p.m.?
That may have also happened. It was a good thing. I think is thank you for having me on.
Well, we're really happy to have you here, Charlie. We're gonna hear some music from you in a little bit.
Namaste.
Of course, you guys watching know you can tweet us at Far and Away Band and Twitter. Like Becca just tweeted us this awesome question. I don't know if you are taking Twitter questions. We are, but if you are, we are. Do you prefer bread or toast? Even though toast is bread.
That's actually.
The answer is bread because that means everything.
Yeah, that's true. And also, bread can be converted into toast. If I have enough water, I can make as many ice cubes as I want, provided I have a freezer.
I'm going to go with toast. For the sake of toast.
The French variety?
I love toast.
Though? French variety, Texas variety,
cinnamon
variety. I mean, you've got massive diversification in the toast department. You gotta pick and choose.
There's a lot of toast out there. And you can call us in at the number on your screen, 818-850-7746. And last week we had a caller from Indonesia. That was so cool. Anyway, I see a caller. Anyway, so Charlie, tell us about what's going on in your music world. What's the latest and greatest? What's happening?
Well, I've been putting an EP together, and I've been doing it on probably the most shoestring budget that you can possibly imagine. Because I had an Indiegogo a little while ago to raise the funding to help get the equipment together for the EP. That went beautifully. I exceeded my goal by a couple $1,000s, which is absolutely wonderful.
Huge.
And I actually owe a huge thanks to him. As long as we're on the air, I want to give a huge shout out to Justice Chiappa and his family. They were the big donors. I had a perk called Commence Fangirling, and the way that the perk worked is I would come to your house, provided you lived within a good drivable distance. I would make you guacamole because it's one of the things that
Your guacamole is my favorite.
I am a special at the making, and thank you. So I would make that guac, and I would play you and your friends a bit of a concert set.
A guacamole song.
A guacamole song, as a matter of fact, yes. Wait, no, I don't actually have a guac song. I can make one up right now.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Lubeck and the guac song.
Thing that I don't know when I make my way down to Trader Joe's. Will they be too soft for the batch that I'm making? I've had my heart burned by guac kids before, but I gotta maintain my faith as I step out the door. Guacamole. Gotta get those longboard chips, even though they have a hint of banana flavor at the end. I've never been able to explain
Guacamole.
but I love them in my guac just the same.
Guacamole! So that kind of stuff happens a lot. But anyway, thanks for the. Have you gone down to their house and made them guacamole?
Yeah, I did. Right. It was really cool. They sent a driver, which hasn't happened really since we were on the show. Which is, I gotta tell you, it's just so cool. Like they come down, grab your bags, and then you just sit in the back, and you're like, oh my god, I'm in a car and I'm not.
I'm so cool.
Literally, I took a nap actually on the way in the back, so I just sprawled out.
That's what Uber's all about. Everybody's personal driver. That's so cool. Little Uber app.
Oh, it was.
We Ubered to a bowling alley once.
Wait. Uber. What's Uber?
Uber is an app, and you can get a town car or an SUV sent to you wherever you are. It's incredible, or a taxi cab.
Okay.
We are not sponsored by Uber.
We are not sponsored by Uber. I just like the app.
Uber is not an official.
Also,
sponsor.
other apps are great too.
Have you heard about pink mustache? Actually, there's this thing in LA now that's going around. I think it's in New York too, where if you put a giant pink mustache on the front of your car, you become this like unofficial taxi, and people will flag you down. You just negotiate a price and drive them wherever they're going, and that's like your day, and anyone can do it.
Well, that sounds.
It sounds like hitchhiking.
Yeah.
It is essentially like hitchhiking,
But it's safer because you have a pink mustache
on your car.
Exactly.
I feel like it'd be a cool way to meet people too. Just like see, like, what's your story? Why are you riding the pink mustache?
Why are you riding the pink stash? So we got a great Twitter question, and this one's going to Nellie. Favorite Macklemore song?
Womp, womp, womp. There's so many, and I don't know any of the names because I have his CD on like a mix CD, and it just says track 1, track 2, track 3, so I would have to definitely go with track 3.
How does it go? Is it the one about Nikes, or is it the one
And
about...
We Danced? Because that's my favorite Macklemore song.
Okay.
Macklemore?
No, I don't know the names. I like the one that used to be done to a Red Hot Chili Peppers sample, but is now done to a different sample because that one was kind of not allowed.
Oh, no, the one about like the cough syrup and all.
I think so.
Yes.
It gets pretty deep. A lot deeper than Thrift Shop. It's pretty crazy.
Thrift Shop is pure surface level Macklemore.
It's hilarious. Speaking of songs and writing, we got to see Charlie at the Pig and Whistle on last week at some point. I don't remember the date.
It was great. I made $45.
It was it was really fun. He had one of our friends, Eric, come with and play a song and a mashup with him, and another friend of ours, John Connolly, who played the
Djembe.
John
on the djembe.
It was rocking. You guys did a really cool mashup too. That would, like, got everybody moving.
Yeah, we mashed up. It was sort of a last minute thing, but we were listening to the Luminaires and it was like, hey, what a wonderful... Oh, my God. And I was like, Eric! And he comes in and we're like, let's mash up the Luminaires and the theme song to Arthur. And
Hey Ho.
so we did it, yeah. And I say, hey ho, what a wonderful kind
How
of
does
day,
the theme song to Arthur go? Because I watched some as a kid, but not
It's
a
like,
lot.
every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original perspective. That's on the same key. And I say, hey... And then you go, hey,
Ho.
What a wonderful kind of day,
Ho.
where we can learn to work and play,
Hey.
and get along with each other. That's it.
Everybody that you meet.
That's a lot funkier when we're not singing.
Man.
So speaking of music and songs that you do,
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you would maybe wanna play a song for us?
Yeah,
Or,
absolutely,
if
I
you'd
can.
If you'd be into that kind of thing.
Which one are you playing?
Sure.
I wanna know.
I am going to play, let's see.
I like this one.
Play that one, or I can
Do the first one.
Yeah, do the first one.
the first one I did?
Mm-hmm. Do you need some more space with the headphones? You
That,
good?
yeah, can we get some slack?
Here, flip them to the other side.
Flip them to the other side? Okay.
What's this one called again?
What is the title of this one? I don't actually remember. So for now, it's untitled. It's
Guacamole.
Guacamole. Great.
Charlie Lubeck.
Hey, how's the levels on that, by the way?
Sounds good.
You'll say I put it there, but it's always been alive, growing underneath your feet while you were turning at my side. It's the whiskey in your blood that's making you swerve when it rearranges the stories it sends to your nerves. And all the while you'll be laughing out loud at the portrait of a world bent turned so upside down. And in the final moments in this place that you found, it'll be your feet to the sky and your hands on the ground, and it's spun out. It's always been alive, growing underneath your feet while you were turning at my side. And on the day I took you down and I showed you the edge, no, Orpheus himself could never sing you back from that ledge. When you fall out, when you fall out, you'll say that I put it there, but it's always been a light growing underneath your feet while you were turning at my side. You'll say that I put it there, but it's always been a light, and the noise is growing loud as you fade from my sight. Noise is growing loud as you fade.
Beautiful. I think it should be called Orpheus.
Yeah.
Solid.
Because that was the word that...
Nellie Veitenheimer was the title.
Okay, I'm excited to talk about this.
Orphalicious.
Okay,
Orphalicious jam.
Charlie.
Yeah?
It was really exciting to get to hear your music at the Pig and Whistle as like a thing, because like you're like Charlie and you're my friend and you're my brother, and it's like whatever, he sings too. And then I remember that like I really love your music, and your lyrics do a really cool thing where it's like... Well, I've always thought they were really cool visually, and like the way you tell a story is really neat. But today, what I was noticing is that a lot of your songs like are like instead of like your perspective on things, you're like trying to look at someone else's perspective, and it's really cool because you're like talking about them a lot more than you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, I think that came from,
especially in this one, but in a lot of your other ones too.
Basically, I was told a lot in my earlier years that that I seemed to be the only focus of what was going on in my own life, and one of the things that I was trying to instill in myself in my writing is to just widen the lens a little bit and try to see things from a bigger picture. And like I don't know, part of me, I think part of that just comes from this sort of semi, like my own internal self-deprecating Jewish boy that is like, well, probably not that important, so what are you thinking? And so if I try to fill that, I think it helps me figure out what the hell is going on with other people if I try to write about it from their perspective. Does it work? Not always. There have been some songs that just fail spectacularly, but I like digging through the dirt to get to the diamonds a little bit. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm really glad that you guys got to see me play, because I feel like when I'm actually like doing a live stage show, it's sort of like watching someone doing speed painting, where it's like, this is gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work. Here we go. Oh, okay. Well, this might work too, and then that works. Some things don't, but I try to keep it a little fresh.
It was really cool to see you perform on a stage and have a gig and like an audience in front of you that just wasn't always
you were
us.
so giddy.
You were so excited.
So giddy.
I love being.
Okay. There's a couple ones you're going to be in this month, right? You have the March 15th one now.
The Pig and Whistle. Me and myself and Eric, the guy who played with me. And by the way, you guys should follow him on Twitter at Eric Cicada. He is cicada. He's a cicada. He is.
Wow, you're not a good friend.
Immense. I'm a great friend. And he's a really talented songwriter. He writes probably some of the catchiest songs I've ever heard, and he's really, really cool. I think he's going to make some awesome stuff in the coming year. And he was on Glee. He was in the Adam's Apples.
He was the gothic kid.
Mm-hmm.